What is up, my book besties? So today I have a book haul. I wasn't really planning to do this yet, but I have so many things here. We're going to go ahead and do it. And I'm not sure if this is going to end up in the Bookmas videos or not, so bear with me. So I've got a couple of different stacks I'm going to do. I've mentioned before that I'm in a Facebook group and they do all kinds of games. Well, I won Bestie of the Week this week. So I've got a stack of books that have came already, and I'm going to run through those so I can thank those people as well for gifting me. I've already thanked them in the Facebook group also, but I will shout them out still. The name of the Facebook group is Beyond the Book Besties, and I will link them down below in case you're interested in joining. It's just a fun little community where we play book games, do Wishlist Wednesdays, and anytime that you're gifting, you get a chance at Bestie of the Week. And currently it is the day before Thanksgiving, so I am Bestie of the Week till Friday, so there may be more. But we're gonna start. The first one that I got was a manga, and it's super cute. I really wanted this. It's called The Savior's Book Cafe Story in Another World. Super long name. And it's basically about someone who decides to leave where they're at and go start a book cafe somewhere else. And I'll read like a little blurb from the back. So it's about a 30-something office worker whose favorite thing is curling up with a good book. When a god tells her she must go to another world to become its magical savior, she isn't interested. She has zero desire to go on some grand hero's journey, so when she arrives in this strange new land, she decides to use her magical powers to create a cozy little book cafe instead. Like, how super cute does that sound? It's a 5-book series, so this one is one that because it's a 5-book and I need the other 4, I will probably wait and get through this one the beginning of the year. But this was from Brittany Drum, so thank you so much, Brittany, for this. I really appreciate it, and I'm super excited for this. Next, I have Tease by Melanie Harlow. I believe this is book 3 in this series, and I do have, I'm pretty sure that I have book 2 here somewhere in this stack. I do. Hold on. And I'll just go ahead and go through that too. The book 2 was not from a wishlist one, or was not from Bestie of the Week. I think it was a Wishlist Wednesday. But book 2 is Taste, and this was from, they're both from the Facebook group, however, I believe. No, okay, so this one was from a fairy mail in my Discord group, and this was from Sam, from Busy Reading with Sam, and so she gifted this one to me with some snacks. And then for the Bestie of the Week one is where I got Tease, and Tease is from Nicole Flusher. So thank you so much, Nicole. I was going to start Ignite because I got that not too long ago from a Wishlist Wednesday, which is book 1, until I realized that this is a spin-off series from another series. So I'm going to start that one first because I have to read it in order. So I think that one is like a 4 or 5 book series, and then this one's a 4-book. So these ones, they will get read, but probably not till after the new year because I need to get the side series. So next we have, and let me find because I've got all of them. One of them is from another stack also, but I'm going to go ahead and go over it because it is a series. So from a Wishlist Wednesday, I got The Wrong Bride by Katerina Mora, and this is a series. It's a I think it's a 4-book series, and I got the first 3. This was from Tanya Russell. Tanya is such a sweet lady that gifts me all the time, and she gives me the best stuff from the Facebook group that I'm in. In fact, one of the other ones we're going to go over in the Wishlist Wednesdays from her, and it was one of the ones I really, really wanted. But I don't know a whole lot about this series, so I'll read a little on the back. I'm guessing it is about the wrong bride. Actually, I think that it has to do with a sister. Hold on, let's look. Yeah, when her sister doesn't show up on her wedding day, Raven has no choice but to take her place. But marriage to Aries Windsor is nothing short of torture for Raven. It is a billionaire romance where the sister ends up marrying the fiance. So there's The Wrong Bride's book 1. So that was just a Wishlist Wednesday gift. And then I got books 2 and 3, which is The Temporary Wife and The Unwanted Marriage. So The Temporary Wife came from Lisa, so thank you, Lisa. And then The Unwanted Marriage came from Jessica. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you so much, Lisa. I really appreciate these. I have been trying in this group. I've been gifting in here and trying to get wish list, or trying to get the bestie of the week for the longest time. I was so excited to finally get it. But it is just the greatest group of ladies and gentlemen that just love to share books, and they're very giving in there. So if you're a giving person, definitely think of joining. Okay, next we have Tiny Beautiful Things, and this is from Chrysalis. This is one, and this is by Cheryl Strayed. This one is like an advice column book. There's also a show on Hulu for this, which I refuse to watch until I read the book. But I've heard that it's super emotional, super cute, funny also, and it's an advice column called Dear Sugar, and that's just what it's basically about, is her giving relationship advice and just life advice. So I'm excited to get into this. I think that it's written as kind of like people writing in. So it's written as like Dear Sugar, and people are writing in and she's answering. And this is also part of Reese's book club, which I've been trying to get through her books, so that'll help too. Next we have Sophie Lark's The Brutal Prince. This is from Jalen, and this is I believe it's called the Brutal Birthright series, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. During Bookmas, because I've already filmed a couple of Bookmas videos, just because I had so much stuff coming, I had to start getting them going, but I did get a few other books in this series first, and so getting this one was nice because now I can actually start it, and it will be my first Sophie Lark. Next, earlier in the year I did a haul where I got a Christmas with the Camdens. It was like a little novella, but it goes with Bailey Dunn, and this is by A.M. McCoy. I really wanted to read this one. This has been high up on my list, but because I got the novella first, I didn't want to read it, obviously, until I read this one, and it was gifted to me, and it was from Elizabeth. She was the other bestie of the week, and we're both named Elizabeth, so that was funny. They do 2 besties of the week every week, so this was from her. Next, a friend of mine that's also a coworker who's in the group with me, who actually got Bestie of the Week like her first week in the group because she's lucky, but she sent me, and I don't even know, I put the receipt in there, she sent me a Once You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. This one, all I know is it is a dark romance. It's been on my list. She read the whole series and was so excited for me to read it, which excites me to read it. But this is the Possessing Her series, and I believe it's a stalker romance. Okay, all I see on the back is murder brought us together, only death can keep us apart. So this one's going to be high up on my list. I'm a dark romance girl. Next, I got book 1 in the Knock 'Em Out series by Lucy Score. This is Things We Never Got Over. I have not read a Lucy Score yet. I do own a couple of Lucy Scores that I got previously gifted. This one is from Shylenta. So thank you, Shylenta. I think I ended up with book 3, but I hadn't read any of it because I hadn't got the rest of them to start the series yet. So I've heard mixed reviews on this one. So it's not one that I went and rush to pick up, but I do want to read it because I have heard some good things, and some of my TikTok besties are reading it right now, and so I've been kind of following without spoilers, just kind of seeing their reaction if they liked it or not. So I think I am about ready to pick this one up. And on this one, the Once You're Mine, her name is Kaylee, so thank you so much, Kaylee. Then another one that I seen from another TikTok girl that said that this was really good is The Stopover by T.L. Swan. This is book 1 in the Miles High Club series. This was from Kevin. Kevin sent this to me for the Bestie of the Week. And all I know is I think it's about like a businessman who stops over in another city, has, I think it's like, has to do with a one-night stand, and he goes look for her later. Let me see. Yes, it is about a one-night stand, and it was a year ago, and then he comes back around somehow. The girl sees him again, and now she's like not as fun and carefree. She's like more responsible and adult now, and I don't know what's gonna go from there, but I think she ends up working for his company. Let me just look at it because I'm just making stuff up. Okay. Yes, it's about a one-night stand, and then with a billionaire. It's like a billionaire romance. They don't see each other for a long time, and a year later she ends up coming to work at his office. So I was close enough. But this is book 1, and the whole series I've heard is really, really good. So the stopover. Next we have another dark romance. This is book 1, and if you were the one who gifted this to me, I'm just going to say thank you now because there wasn't a note in it, so I don't know the name of who gifted it. But this is book 1 in the Twisted Love duet, and it is called All Is Fair in Love and, or it's called Downfall by Ellie Sanders, and it says All Is Fair in Love and War up top. This is a dark romance duology. Enemies to lovers. The characters in here, the main male character is Roman, the female character is Rose, and it looks like it is a Romeo and Juliet retelling based on kind of what the back says a little bit, but I don't want to read too much because I kind of want to go into this one blind, because this is a book that I know nothing about, and not only do I like to go in blind with books like this so that I don't have like a pre-opinion on it, is one of my prompts for my book bingo is to go into a book I know nothing about, so I need this one. Next, another one that I really, really wanted is Wild Scottish Night by Trisha O'Malley. This is book 1 in the Enchanted Highlands series. And this was sent to me by Rachel. And Rachel did mention to me, like, she was really excited to send this to me, which made me excited. She updated me the whole time with the shipping on it and was telling me that she read another book. I think it's like a Christmas book by this author, and just really loved it. And I like books that are set in Scotland, Ireland. That's just one of the book tropes that I really love. So I'm really excited to get into this one. I don't know much about it, but we'll go ahead and read a little bit. Opposites attract in this modern-day fairy tale when American Sophie McKnight inherits a Scottish castle along with a hot, grumpy Scotsman who's tasked with training her to be a magical knight before they wreak havoc on the people in their city. So this is, it sounds like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but like Scottish style, so super excited for that one. Next, another one that's been on my list since I started my Amazon wish list is Buttons and Lace. This is a series. This is book 1 in the Button series by Penelope Skye. I saw a lot about this. Like, I've seen little blurbs about it on other people's pages. I've heard that it's a really good, I think it's a mafia romance. That's all I know about this one. This one was from Whitney. And like I said, this one's been on my list since I started my wish list. So I'm super excited to finally get to this one. Okay, another one, put this back in there, that I got that I'm super excited about. This is Flip by Brianna Michaels. So if you watched any of my wrap-up videos, a couple of months ago I read book 1 to this, which was Glitch. I really loved Glitch. Glitch was about a computer programmer or gamer, and he games online with his friends, and there's a girl that games with him that he had never met in person, and she mentions her gaming laptop's broken, and he's like, hey, you like live near me and I own this like computer shop, bring your computer in and I'll fix it. They meet in person and things go from there. But Flip, I believe, is about his sister, because he does have a sister in the story, and I think one of the gaming friends might be the main male character, but I'm not gonna look. But it's short, it's not very long. I read it in probably a day and a half, and it was a super cute book. I really loved it. So there is 3 books in this series. So this one is book 2. And it was from, it didn't have a note with it. So I didn't have a note with this one. So if you gifted me a Flip, thank you. Then, as I mentioned before, with Tanya Russell, who gifted me, I think it was Taste was from her. She's just the sweetest lady. She gifts me all the time in this group, and she was the first person to gift me when I got Bestie of the Week. It's Tanya Russell, and it's Sicko by Amo Jones, and she got me the special edition cover that, again, is another one that's been on my list since I started my wish list. I've been dying to read this. I love, love, love this cover. And this is not a cheap book, so she's just very, very sweet, and I was so happy for her because she won the self-care bestie of the week this week, so I had to hook her up too. But this is a biker romance, and I think it is stepbrother, and that's all I'm going to go into on this one because I want to definitely go in as blind as I can, but it is a biker romance, I know that for sure. So that is what I have for the bestie of the week books that I've gotten so far, and I do have a couple others that are in the mail. I do know that they're coming, and I have until Friday, so I really appreciate all of these. This group, and like I said, I will list it down below. They are amazing. They do raffles, which I've won a raffle. I have a video posted already of the raffle. I think I posted it earlier this week, so definitely check that out. I've done fall book boxes. I have Christmas ones coming from them, so they're amazing. Okay, so I do have more books in this haul, so we'll go through those, and I'll try not to take as long with these. So one of the other ones I've gotten is Blood on the Tracks. This manga I've seen everywhere. Okay, I've seen a lot of booktube girls that I watch reading it. I don't see it much on Book Talk, but it is around here a lot, and it's one, it's a thriller, and that's all I know about it. I've watched the videos of the girlies that are reading it, but I don't want to be spoiled because it did sound good, and so I'm really excited to get into this one. I think it's a pretty long series that may even still be going. I could be wrong on that, but I will find out. Next, one that has been pretty high up on my list is Tempting Little Thief by Megan Brandy. This is a thick one. I have wanted this one for a very long time. This one was gifted to me as well. This was gifted by Kayla, and this is says the daughter of a kingpin, the son of a dead man. What could go wrong? This, I believe it is a mafia romance as well, or at least just like an enemies to lovers. Let me see. It really doesn't say either one of those. It just sounds mafia to me when it says the daughter of a kingpin, but that is all I know about it. So once I read this one, which will be pretty soon because I've been dying to read this one, I will most definitely come back and probably do a whole review on it, and we'll find out what it was about. Next, another one high up on my list. I know there's like everything's high up on my list, but some of these I've had on my wish list for a really long time, and I've been trying to wait for sales to buy them, and I was just blessed enough that someone gifted them. This is number 1 in the Kings of the Ice series. This is Meet Your Match by Candy Steiner. I am a fan of Candy Steiner. I have not read any sports romances by her, so I'm excited for this one, and I just really love the cover. It's like matte. It's like a matte book. I really like how it feels. And then book 2 just came out on this also, but I don't have that one yet, but it's coming. If I have to get that one, I will. Next, we've got King of Greed by Anna Huang. I feel like I've already talked about this one because I did get the Walmart exclusive version of this as well, and I don't know if it's in this stack. It is not, so I've already probably put that one away. I might have already did that in a haul, but there's a Walmart exclusive to this that has art prints inside, so I got that one. And then I got this one as well because I needed the matching spine, and I think the Walmart one's probably on my shelf, but this one has, you know, if you get the indie versions, they'll have a colored spine, and you can only get those with, I think, the first prints now because it's been picked up by Bloom. So I have not read the Kings of Sin series yet. I know that book 4 is coming out soon, so I'm going to need to get to it. I actually seen a TikTok the other day of somebody reading a book, and I was very interested, and I found out that it was King of Wrath. So I will be starting this. I do have the first 3 books, so this will probably be a New Year's thing for me. Next, I got The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan. I've really been wanting to read this one. I haven't read any Kennedy Ryan yet, but I do own 2 or 3 of her books, and I will probably maybe even do a Kennedy Ryan vlog. All of her books just sound amazing, and so I've scooped them up as I can, And this next year, I have a huge plan of getting my physical TBR down. I've been working on making an entire list of what I have so that I can lower it and actually read the physical books that I have, so I can definitely get to these. But I don't know much about this one. Actually, I don't know anything about this one at all. I'm gonna guess, because it says Power, Passion, Betrayal, and it's the Kingmaker, that this is either a royal romance or it is a mafia. So I'm not gonna look. I will come back and talk about it when I read it, and we will find out if you haven't read it yet. Next, of course, and I've already read this, the long-awaited Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This is book 2 in the Empyrean series. Book 1 is Fourth Wing. I'm absolutely excited about this. I read it the day it came out. I listened to it on audio as the first one, as I listened to the first one, but I had to get the black sprayed edges to match my Fourth Wing, and then this is the new red cover. Next, another one that was on my list. This is Lotus by Jennifer Hartman, and I'm more than excited to read this because I'm currently finishing up Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman, and I really love the writing and the story in it, so I think I'll really enjoy this. This says it's a love story. This was gifted to me as well, and this was gifted by Karen. She said the book was super pretty, and Karen gifted this to me, so thank you so much, Karen. I believe this was during like a Wishlist Wednesday, and said I don't know much about this, but I do really love this pretty color. And I can't say I love Jennifer Hartman. I've only read one book and I'm still finishing it, but I do really like that book. So I'm gonna read this one, and I think there is another one that just released that has to do with Still Beating, like someone else in that story or side story. So I have to get to that one too. Then we've got The Things I Wanted to Say But Never Did, and this is by Monica Murphy. This is another Monica Murphy. I have a few Monica Murphy so far. I haven't got to read any yet, but it is coming. And I want to say this is a sports romance, but I'm not sure. Let me take a quick look. Okay, now I don't know if this is a sports romance, but it looks like it's like a college prep school. So I don't know. This is a series too. I think A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime is one that goes with this. I think it might be book 2. I don't have that one yet, but I just really love the cover and want it. So I will be getting to this, and her books are pretty thick, so that may take a minute. Next, another one that was high up on my list, as they all are, was Joey by Sadie Kincaid. I really wanted to jump into this one, then I saw that it was book 2 in the Chicago Ruthless series. I don't know why I thought it was book 1. Book 1 is on my list though, so if no one gets around, if I don't get around to getting that one, because I'm doing some Secret Santa, like book Secret Santas that I'm involved in, so I will be gifting and they'll be gifting me off my wish list. If I don't get book 1, that's one that I will purchase. Chicago Ruthless, I think this is a mafia. It is. This is another mafia romance, and I have heard nothing but good things. Then I have, this was, there's a game we play on that Facebook group. It's called This or That. You put a picture of whether you want this book more, you want this book or that book, and then someone comes along and tells you whether they're going to gift this or that. So during that game, I got 2 books I wanted. One was from Nicole and one was from Whitney. We've got Pinky Promise. This is by Rebecca Rennick. This is the Gummy Bear series. The cover, I honestly solely wanted it for the cover. The book does sound cute, but I don't know a whole lot about it. I think it is supposed to be like a spicy rom-com, but just the cover super cute. And then the sequel is Her Favorite Jack-o'-lantern, and that cover is also super cute. I really love these, but the story does sound cute too. I said I think it's like a spicy rom-com. Then we've got Ignite Me by Tahira Mafi. I don't remember what number in the Shatter Me series this is. I know that I've already gotten book 1, 3, and 4, and 2 somehow got skipped over, so I still need book 2. I want to say this is 3. I think I bought myself 1, and during like a gifting, someone gave me 4 and then 3, and so I'm still waiting to get 2, but I think this one might be 3. And then I got, this was another one that was gifted. This was from Katie, and this is 2 Wrongs Make a Right. I believe this was maybe from a Wishlist Wednesday, but I got book 2 somehow before this one, so I really needed it. So I was excited to get this one, but I just really love the cover. Like, I love that this is a tatted main character. The cover's super cute. The cover to the second book is also super cute, which you will see in a future video. I have filmed it for something else, so it is coming. But this is by Chloe Leese, and this is just like it's a fake dating. It's a rom-com, but a fake dating with the fake dating trope, and so I think it's just going to be super cute. Then recently, one of the girls that I follow on TikTok, she surprised me with a book I was not expecting. It was very super sweet of her. Her name is Tashana, and I will link her social media down below. She has a TikTok. I love watching her book reviews. She's so fun to watch, and she will review as she's reading the book with her honest thoughts, and I love it. But she gifted me her Fantasy by Lauren Beale. I am a big fan of Lauren Beale, and I have almost all of her books, and they're all little novellas. They're all pretty short, but they pack a lot of information. They pack a good story. She did Captured, which was one of my favorites this year. And if you didn't know, Lauren Beale has an Etsy shop, and I will link that as well because I do have some author mail from her that I will be doing in a separate video with other author mails. But she has an Etsy shop where you can get her books signed. She sells t-shirts, she does book boxes. So if you're a fan of hers, definitely check that out. If you're not a fan, definitely check it out. And if you are a dark romance reader, she does really great books. She has a Hitchhiker series, Captive series, and they're really, really good. Just check trigger warnings for sure because they are dark. But her fantasy is a dark romance novella. And so Tashana, that was just really sweet of her to gift that just out of the kindness of her heart. Then we've got Gravity. This is from Chrissy. I believe this was a Wishlist Wednesday as well, but this is Gravity by Tal Bauer. All I know is it is a hockey romance. I'm been really into the sports and hockey romances lately, so I'm excited to read that one. Now we're coming up on the last 2 books. I think Katie, yep, Katie again, she gifts me all the time too. They're so sweet in that group. This is I Could Never by Penelope Ward. I believe this is a military. I'm gonna check because I don't want to just make that up. Okay, so this is an Enemies to Lovers. I think this is like a second chance. So there's some kind of grief in here. Somebody's spouse, there's an accident. I believe it is the wife's spouse and his best friend. They don't like each other, and so that turns into an Enemies to Lovers ordeal there. I really like this color too, but that's all I know about it. But I like Enemies to Lovers. It's one of my favorite tropes. So I Could Never by Penelope Ward. And then the last book, this one came from, I believe Delaney. She is the Facebook group that I'm always talking about, the one that I've been talking about this whole time, the Beyond the Besties. She is the one who created the group, and she sent me 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. Now, I've read this, okay? I read this a few years ago, bawled my eyes out. This is such a good book, but the sequel is coming out in June, and I did not have a physical copy of this, and I really wanted it for my shelf so that I can get the sequel, because I would probably reread it before the sequel comes out, which is going to be called 1,000 Broken Pieces, and it's about the main character's sister. So I will not spoil anything, because if you have not read this, anything I say will spoil it. This is not like a dark romance or anything like that. This is just a regular romance. This is a YA book, and it's a very emotional one. So I really, really love this. I'll probably reread it. So I was really thankful that she got me this for my shelf. And it looks like there's a page that's kind of messed up in here, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, so she got this for my shelf. I was really thankful for that. That is all I have for this one. I do have some other books I'm doing like for the Bookmas, but I'm going to do those separately when those videos come out, and I will not rehaul those. So if you see those, that's the only time I'm going to show them, unless I'm talking about a reading wrap up or we are doing like a review, because we've already shown them. So these are all books that I have not shown yet. So thank you for watching and bearing with me in this long video and me just trying to get it out. Because it is Thanksgiving Eve and we're busy over here, but I needed to get my table cleared, so I had to get through these. So thank you for watching, Besties. Remember that Bookmas starts December 1st and it will go to the 24th. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos, because the giveaways will be randomly mixed into those videos, so you've got to watch to win. I will see you, Besties, in the next video.